Welcome, folks. Welcome to Culture in the Kitchen, where we explore the culinary diversity, the cultural diversity of the city of Whittlesea. And I'm joined in the kitchen today by Nathalie. Hello, Nathalie.
Hello, David. How are you today?
Very good, thank you. Welcome. And Nathalie, what are you going to cook for us
today? I'm happy to share one of our best dishes that we call Ndole. The Ndole is a bitter leaf that we always cook in my country for different ceremony.
And your country is?
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Of course, you live in Whittlesea now.
Yes.
And but so this is a traditional Cameroon called Ndole, and we invite you to cook along with us. So hopefully you've got all your ingredients, and we're going to follow Nathalie, and step by step, let's go.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome on board. Then we will start now with boiling the peanut, which is one of the main important things. Then what I will do now is that I will put that here, this amount of peanut, and I'll pour some water.
Now how much peanuts do you have?
I think it's 2 glasses.
2 glasses, yep. And then the water?
Yeah, I'll fill up for the garlic to be cooked.
All right, so you just, of course, Nathalie's cooked this before, and she's just estimating the water.
Yeah, I just estimated the water.
So, but it looks like it's a good 2 knuckles above the peanuts.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Now what I will do while the peanut is running, I will also quickly put what we call one of our main food that we eat in Cameroon is cassava.
Cassava.
Cassava is one that we eat with Ndole. We also have to eat that with bobolo and with plantain. Then this is up to you. It depends also of the family, of how the family is wealthy or not. Then I will pour some water. It's only to boil this cassava at the same time as the peanut, and I will only estimate.
So you've peeled them, you've cut them just so they fit in the pot.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then covered with water.
With water.
Just enough water.
Just enough water.
Yep.
And then I'll put that in a form. Which one is open? That will start cooking. What I will do now is that I will take my and I will blend the onions that I cut. I cut 3 onions.
3 onions?
Yep. Then I'll put that in the blender.
So you've just rough chopped those.
Rough chopped, and I'll also
3 white onions.
Yeah.
And then that is a lot of garlic.
Yep.
I love garlic, and too much garlic is never enough.
Yeah. Anyway, I will only add more onions, but it's okay. That's what we have to do, is that we put a lot of onions and garlic on this dish.
How many cloves of garlic did I just see?
I did...
Maybe 6?
No, I did 4.
Yeah. 4 cloves. 4 cloves of garlic.
Yeah.
3 onions, 4 cloves of garlic in the blender.
In the blender.
With like a cup of water.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And now we'll put that in my blender,
And that goes in the blender.
That will be blended.
Yep, so that's the garlic and onion blended.
Blended.
Yep.
I just blend that now. As you can see, that's what I will add now. What I will do now is that I just put my pot, the water will go down, and then I'll put the oil.
So this is the one you're going to cook in, right?
Yes. This is my pot where I will cook.
Yep. And you'll find your peanuts, your nuts are probably boiling away.
Yeah, my nuts is boiling now.
Yeah. How long will that take?
It will take me like 10 minutes
Yep.
because I will blend that also. And this is my cassava is boiling here.
And the cassava is boiling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then now what I will do is that I will take my meat. That's the meat that I cut already. I'll only rinse again for honest.
And what is this cut of? What you're using beef? You use beef?
Yeah, I use beef
Yep.
because we use beef.
Yeah.
But we can also use any dry fish to cook it.
Yeah.
You can use one to cook with chicken, but it have to be boiling chicken. It have to be really strong
Yeah,
to
right.
cook with that. Yes. Now what I will do is that I will put a little bit of oil here. This is oil or vegetable ones.
Yes.
You can have a look. It's not too much.
Yeah. That looked like about a third of a cup.
Yep.
Yep.
Then
So you've preheated the pot.
I preheat the pot and then I put that here.
The oil.
Yep. What I will do, because it's quite different with the meat in Cameroon are so strong. Here the meat are so not as strong
like
enough.
tender.
The tender. It's too tender here than back home. Then what I'm not doing here, I'm not boiling the meat before putting the pot. I only go straight away from onion and garlic and the meat, and I make them boil together.
So if the meat was tough, you would boil it, soften it, make it soft before it goes in the pot.
Goes to the pot.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we are. Okay.
Okay. Then I'll have to check if this.
Now this looks like onion, but it's not onion, right?
This is it's a mix of onion and what you call shallot.
Shallots.
A shallot.
Yeah.
Then we mix that together.
Yeah. How many shallots?
2.
So 2 shallots with 1 onion.
Yeah.
And this is like 2 onions and garlic.
Yes.
Yeah. 3 onions altogether.
Yeah.
So this is a mix of shallot and onion. Yep.
Yeah. Then I'll put that here.
This is when my son comes and goes, something smells good. And you go, yeah, we're cooking the onion.
Yeah.
But it always smells good, right?
Smells good. Then I will put a little bit the meat now.
Yep. I can take that for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep, still cooking. Then I need my salt.
Add a bit of salt.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can,
I
will start testing it, but not now. Don't ask me about the quantity of the salt now, but you only put slowly, step by step, and then you know firm.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say I get very shy with the salt at my house, and I've learned working with different cooks that maybe I need a little bit more salt in my cooking. And Nathalie doesn't mind a bit of salt, is what I could say.
You realize that I didn't put enough salt.
Now
what I will do, I will add my garlic. This one I blended on Cameroonian traditional blender.
And with that's a stone.
That's a stone, yeah.
And a stone plate.
The big one and the small one.
Beautiful
That's the one we use to blend everything. Peanuts, garlic, onion, tomato. We use this one back home.
Yeah, nice.
Because not everyone have the capacity to buy a blender. Then this is what they use.
So, but you could use a mortar. It's like a mortar and pestle,
yes, it's
right?
like
You could do that. Beautiful. Crushed garlic.
Yeah, crushed garlic.
And you want to keep that moving in the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on quite quite hot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We have to cook that in the hot.
Right. You want the hot pot.
Hot.
Yeah.
until I feel like it's ready. Now what I will add here, I'll add now, I'll put a little bit of tomato. This is optional. You are not obliged to use the tomato, but I'll only put a little bit.
All right.
It's only to make the sauce more sweeter.
And it's quite diced tomato.
It's diced tomato.
Yep. And would you add that for flavour, or is it about the moisture?
Moisture.
Yeah.
Now, I'll add now. This is one of the main part of this.
Right.
Is to add all this.
So this is the blended.
The blended onion
and the garlic.
And garlic.
Yeah. And you say that's one of the main.
Yes.
That's
the main secret of this dish.
Yeah.
Is to put enough garlic and onion in.
Yeah.
You can have a look.
Can I have a look?
Yep. You can.
I'm just going to have a quick look.
Yep.
I'm going to have a smell. Whoa. Okay, that's, beautiful. So it's surprisingly thick.
Yep.
And that's the blended onion and garlic. Onion's gone straight in my eye. So it's looking a bit like a stew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll add that again here.
And this is me. I'm always a bit of a worrywart. So the peanuts are still bubbling away, Natalie.
Yes.
They're all right?
Yeah, they're all right. Don't worry. They're all right.
Yes.
And now...
And the cassava is good too?
Cassava is going...
Okay, good.
Working really well. What I will do now, I'll add a little bit of white pepper.
White pepper, yep.
On my dish.
And when Natalie says a little bit of white pepper...
It's a little bit. It could be like 1 spoon.
1 teaspoon.
1 spoon first.
Yeah.
Because that's the beginning. 1 spoon of 1 teaspoon that I put in.
Yeah.
And what I will add now, I'll add water in this one for the meat to cook properly. And instead of adding water, instead adding the stock.
Okay. Did that make sense? So you want to keep the moisture content up in the pot. And you could just add water, a little bit of water.
Yeah.
But Natalie's adding, is it beef stock?
Beef stock.
So you can add beef stock.
Beef stock.
Yep.
And I will let them cook for a while.
Okay.
While I'm organizing on the peanut and...
So that's just going to stew now.
Yeah. While I'm cooking the peanuts.
Okay, and we're going to move on to the peanuts.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the peanuts now. I'll stop this one.
Yep. So, just draining the nuts, draining the peanuts. So Natalie, these are raw nuts. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I'm doing that without taking the
the shell.
The shell, everything. I'm doing that by myself. The skin is already out.
The skin's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
This have to have the skin off.
Yeah.
Not on.
No skin.
No skin.
No shell, obviously. But you can buy this in a packet, right?
Yeah, you can buy it
just raw.
You can buy it to any store. It's really.
But if you've got kids, why not sit around and shell the nuts, huh? That's kind of a good thing to do, right?
Yes. Back home, you have to remove that with our hand.
Back in Cameroon, you say? Yeah. You would sit around and shell the nuts.
And shell the nuts, yeah. And I'll put that here now. And I will blend. What I would do...
They're going in the blender.
They're going to the blender, but I will not blend all at the same time because the blender is not big enough.
Yeah.
Then I have to blend that into 2 times.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But if you've got a big enough blender, you can just
go straight away.
I
put a little bit of water.
And so Natalie's covered even more, actually, about this much over the nuts in the blender. All right, now we've got some.
Is it the wrong way? Very crazy.
Ah, the wonders of modern technology. No, it doesn't want to work. Do we have to come back?
You have to come back.
I was going to say, do you have to come back to the stone? All right.
But have to be really finished now.
Ah. All right,
so that should be well blended.
Yep.
You see, it's like powder.
Yeah.
Then it's not.
So it's not like peanut butter, it's really very watery.
Yes, it's watery because that have to go in the pot soon.
Yeah.
Then I only have to blend the remaining part. I'll put this back here.
And now we're just going to blend the other half of these nuts.
Yeah.
Cassava is still sitting on the pot there, boiling away. Yeah.
Yep.
So again, your nuts in the blender, and you want to cover them, and then add a bit more water. So you're really making.
The cassava is ready.
Okay, and the cassava is ready. And now we're going to switch the blender again. Hey Natalie, you're just storing it in that pot, right? Is it just for storage?
Yes, just for storing. It's just for storing. That going.
Actually, it would just go straight in. Okay.
It's just for storing. Okay.
All right. So that's the
peanuts.
That's the peanuts blended.
I'll add that.
Now, if your blender is big enough, you don't need to put them in this pot like Natalie's doing.
Yeah.
Because actually,
it can stay on the blender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think what's going to happen is it's going to go in the stew.
It goes in the stew.
Yeah.
It goes to the stew. As we are waiting that one, I need to change the spot.
What do you need?
As we are waiting, can I?
You need this one? Yep.
I think I will swap. I will leave that there. Leave that there. I will put my peanut there, and then I use the. You see how it is?
Yeah. Natalie was telling me about using her hands to cook.
Yeah.
And we tend to use a knife and fork and a spoon. Natalie loves. Yeah, using her hands. Don't be afraid. Get your hands dirty. Give them a good wash, and then they're the best implements, right? Huh?
Yeah. As we are waiting for the stew to go really as more, then what I will do now, I will cut the plantain.
Okay. So, of course, I took one look at this and said, bananas.
Yeah.
But they're not bananas.
They're not bananas.
They're called?
Plantain.
Plantain.
Banana plantain. I'll cut like that, and this will be boiled.
So they look very, you have to tell me, because they look like bananas.
Yes.
And, but they're not bananas.
No, David, they're not bananas.
Are they more like a savoury fruit?
Yes. It's more like savory food. It goes like a little bit like if you have like a potato or sweet potato in your mouth, that's how it goes a little bit. But it's still have the smell of banana.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yes.
And you're going to boil them?
Yes.
With the skin on?
Yes.
Okay.
Why I'm boiling with the skin on? Because the Australian plantain is not as stronger or well. Back home the plantain can stay like 3 to 3 months on the plantain by himself on the tree. Before they go. That is really strong.
Yeah.
This one is not too strong. That instead of peeling first. Our bowl with then it's only to keep that moisture.
Keep the fruit
stick
together.
together.
Solid, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Yep. Okay. And plantain. Where might you get plantain? Do you need to go to a special?
In Melbourne, you can get plantain to the Chinese shop. You can get plantain in Footscray. You can get plantain.
They're around.
Yeah.
Search.
Yeah,
your fruit
search,
markets
yes.
in Footscray.
Yeah, Footscray, Ipim Plaza.
And particularly Asian
country shoppers.
Asian
yeah, you can find that there.
Yeah.
Then.
So again, Natalie's got a pot of water. Put water over the plantain.
Yeah. And now I will now organize this plantain. The remaining plantain, this will be fried. Then I will show you how I will do that.
So you're going to boil some
and fry some.
Now we're going to fry
now,
some.
This one, then I will peel that out.
Okay, yep.
You see?
Yeah.
It's like banana.
It looks like a banana.
Yep. Then I will remove this part of the body.
Yeah.
It's only
like the pith.
Yeah, like a piece.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I will clean up with that. And then what I will do, I think I need a big bowl.
Do you need a bigger bowl?
It's okay.
All right.
Yep. I will cut like that with my hand.
All right, you're getting this. Yep, top and bottom off.
Yep.
Take the peel off.
Yep.
So now, this is a traditional Cameroon dish,
yes.
Nathalie.
Yep.
So would you cook this for special occasions?
Yes, I will cook that for special occasion.
That's
the main dish. Will never be out of special occasion. Never. Never.
Are you telling me that every time you cook it, it's a special occasion?
No.
No.
When there's like, I cook that at home regularly, but also for any special occasion in my country, you have Ndole. Then even it's wedding, the funeral, christening, Holy Communion, and the most important, the tradition is Ngondo. The Ngondo is our traditional culture.
A traditional?
Yes. That where all the tribes are gathered together together and they will discuss together about the future of the country. Yeah. Then the Ngondo, the early people will go down in the river with food and Ndole. They will go down to the river to feed the ancestor. That's what I know. I never been in that area, but that's what I know. That's what I saw. And at the same time, there's party, dancing, like fete foreign, you know, everybody's there, running around, dancing, sharing the meal, cooking, selling the meal. Then, when they come out, from there, they will come with the message. If the year will be good, or the year will be bad. Then, when the year is good, what they will do, they will say, oh, we came up with a fish, or we come up with any seafood, something, that will be showing, oh, that will be good. If it's like crab, it will not be so bad, but it will also have a lot of difficulties. But when it's fish, that means there's a prosperous year for everyone, and people will not be. Sometimes they come up with chili. When they come up with chili, that means that our ancestors are not happy with us, and then the year will be tough. There will be a lot of accidents. There will be a lot of bad things happening that year, and then we have to be more careful. Right. Yeah, and those ones we have to organize ceremony, other ceremony to ask for forgiveness, and you have to feed them. And then what they do, they will throw in the water, things like bag of rice, sacrifice like some beef or goat or lamb to throw in the water. They say, yeah, that's what my family will do. That our ancestors will do. Not me, I'm not elderly. They have special people who have that power to do it.
To do those ceremonies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not young people like me.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
like the crowd people who
Yeah.
are there to see and observe
Yes.
what is going on in my country, in my culture.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we do.
And you have families still back there in Cameroon,
yeah, of course,
who would take part in these ceremonies.
Yeah, the ceremony is always held every year.
Yeah.
In November, end of November, they will hold the ceremony for all the country,
Yeah.
but that will be held in the city that they call Douala, and because that's where the river is.
Douala. So
Douala.
that's Douala is
the sea.
I did my little research.
Yeah.
Douala is on the coast. It's the west coast, and it's the main port.
Yes, it's the main port
In Cameroon.
Yes.
And it's on a river. You can
Yes.
see there's a river.
Yeah.
It's an
And
old river.
Yes.
One of those old winding river. The
and
delta
goes straight away to the ocean, Atlantic
to
Ocean.
the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Which leads us beautifully into why the country is called Cameroon.
Cameroon. That's yes. My country is called Cameroon because it was discovered in 1472 by Portuguese.
The Portuguese.
And at the coast, they found that in that river there was a lot of prawns. Then they called that Rio dos Camarões.
Say it again.
Rio dos Camarões.
Rio, river.
River.
River
Of prawns.
of prawns.
Yep.
Rio
dos
Cameroon.
Yes.
The river
Yep.
of prawns.
Of the river of prawns.
And you'll see.
Yes, that we have
be
prawns.
some prawns. All right.
Okay. Now I have to turn my meat.
Yes.
And then what I will do now, I will add the peanut.
Here go the peanuts.
Thank
Here
you
they come.
for your help, David.
You're welcome.
Then I'll add the peanut there.
Yep, stirring the peanuts
Stirring
in.
the peanut in.
So it's it's quite a hot heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what better way
To clean up the
to
pot.
clean the bowl? Use your hands.
That's
Beautiful.
also stop you to use a lot of water.
Yeah.
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 Stops you to use a lot of water. Then I will clean up this one
Yep.
and add there.
All right, cleaning up as we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh. So this is one of my mistakes that I make at home. I get afraid of the heat and I cook things on too low a heat. And the more I work with different cooks in kitchens, the more a couple of things, a bit more salt, can never go astray, and turn up the heat sometimes. Yeah.
Yep. Now I will have to leave this peanut to boil a little bit more, and for that to.
So are you noticing how much water is going in this? So Nathalie's cleaned up all the peanut, the blender with water, and that water's going back in the pot. This is quite moist.
Yes, that's quite moist, and now we let that cook.
Yep, leaving that to cook.
Yes, I will now put the. I'll reduce the flame, and I will cook now.
There we go. Having said, cook it on a hot heat. Once the nuts are in, Nathalie's actually turned that down.
Yeah. Okay, now what I will do with this one, this is the bobolo.
This is bobolo.
The bobolo is cassava fermented for 3 days, and then they will remove on the water, they will wash, remove the
the skin, the peel, the skin.
No, the skin is already peeled off. They peel off the skin, they soak in the water for 3 days. And then when they remove the inside, to clean up properly, and they blend it, and they attach it to bamboo leaf, and that's give another dish. Then I will put that here in the oven, only to warm it a little bit, and then when I come up, that will be good for you guys.
All right, I'm just going to step in and just move this. Maybe I'll put it up there.
Yeah.
Bobolo.
Yeah, that's
so that's
bobolo.
Cassava
Yeah.
in water for 3 days.
Yes.
And it ferments just by itself?
Yeah.
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 And
they put the bucket or whatever near the wood fire.
Yes.
Because people are cooking on then the wood, the heat will make. But during the dry season, we don't need to put that there. Only put anywhere, and that will go. Like here now, if I do that, that will go.
The weather's warm enough now.
It's warm enough to ferment the cassava without any problem.
Yeah.
Okay, now what I will do, I will take my Cameroonian blender, and that's the shrimp that I have to add in the soon in my pot.
All right, and what do we have? It's dried shrimp.
Yeah, dried shrimp.
Yep.
What we do, we only blend that slowly, smaller. I will not put everything.
Yep.
Then what I will do, only mash like that.
Okay.
You see?
Yep.
That's my blender. Then I can stay without cooking. No excuse not to cook. I have a blender.
You have a blender. It's true.
Then that will be going soon with the
Now this is, well, it is the river of prawn.
Yeah.
But you're saying before that this could be optional.
Yes. Why I put that optional? Because some people are allergic to prawns. Then for us to avoid somebody to be sick, we don't put the shrimp. Yeah. It's only because of that. Yeah. Because of the allergy. Yeah. But it's really good, smell good, and make you enjoy the meal without any problem. It's
the smell that's been with us here the whole time.
Yes.
Actually. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you cook like that, and we do. Okay, I have.
Wow. That looks incredible. Yeah. It's very creamy, of course. But that's all the peanuts.
That's on peanut and meat.
Yep.
And the cassava is nearly ready. It's ready.
All right, the cassava's ready. How do you know when the cassava is ready?
Okay. I use most of the time my hands, but I will show you how to know that the cassava is ready. As everybody said, sometimes you can use the knife or the fork or whatever to know that the food is ready. Yep. What we do, in my culture, we touch that with the hand. You don't need.
What? You just use your hands. Yeah.
Then, when you press like that, you see, it's ready. Yep. It's ready. Then, this is what we remove when we are doing the bobolo.
Yeah, right.
And then we press like that.
It's like the root.
The roof inside, we remove that, and then, because normally cassava is a roof. There's cassava leaf and the cassava roof. Yeah. Then we are eating both the leaves and the roof.
And the root.
But this is the root. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you're making the fermented, you take the middle out, the hard, the hard core.
Yep.
I guess
you take
is
this
what
one?
it is. Yeah. You take it out.
I will show you how I take it out. You see?
Yeah.
No.
It's just like.
Yeah.
Here,
plate.
Would you like this?
No,
one?
I want a plate now. Can I have a plate? Yes, please. Thank you, David.
All right, so.
That's to serve people?
Is this going to go in?
No.
No.
This is already ready to be eaten.
Aha. Ah.
Yep. Ready to be eaten. You don't need to serve anyone.
Is this like our entree?
Yeah, it's not an entree.
No.
It's the main part of the main dish. And this is the, what do you call it? The accompaniment, the complement, what you do, like you cook the sauce and then you have the rice.
Yes.
Then I cook the ndole and I can eat that with this.
Wow. You've been doing this. Now, if you're like me and you've cooked a lot, you end up with being able to have hot things in your hand. My son says to me, how can you even touch that? It's so hot.
I'll make you laugh. In my culture, if a woman cannot hold that like that, they say that she is not a woman.
There we are.
My mom, my grandmother, as they always say to women, you have to be capable to hold the hot food in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then I hold that. I don't have any fear to be burned. It's hot, but it's not so hot like.
But you can use a board.
You can also use the board. You can use the board. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But I feel more comfortable doing with my hand.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing that with my hand.
Yeah.
You don't need to do like me. Mm-hmm. You can use the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you see what's happening. Yeah. Natalie's just splitting them open, taking out that hard little core in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost falling out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you do like that.
All right. So Nathalie, how long have you been in Australia?
16 years.
16 years.
Yes.
And you came out with family?
Yes.
Yeah. And was that okay for you to come halfway around the world? What was that like?
It was really scary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Going to a new country, having English as a second language that you don't really quite know about it. And yes, going far away from your family.
Uh-huh.
It was really scary. But we were looking for a better life for our children.
Yeah.
Then my husband just finished his PhD in computer science in Besançon in France.
Yep.
Then he decided, okay, we have to apply for, I'm looking for a job overseas. Then that's how we came to Australia. He applied for a position with Aromati.
Yes.
And then he got the position.
So that's skilled migrant.
Skilled migrant
Position.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you have children then?
Yes, already has my children.
Already had your children.
Yeah.
And how young was the youngest one?
When we came,
yeah,
she was 6.
6 years old?
Yes.
Wow.
And I have one in Australia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's 14 years now.
But you say you knew some English. So Cameroon speaks French and English, right?
Oh, yes.
So it's a bit like Canada.
Yeah.
So the Portuguese came to visit, but they didn't stay. And the Spanish came to visit, but they didn't stay. Mm-hmm. But the Germans came. So the Germans was the first European country to colonize.
Yes.
And then First World War. Right,
they were kicked out.
Right, and who came in? The English and the French.
Yes.
And so they are the two main language now, right, in Cameroon.
Yes.
But just like in Australia, with the indigenous, you have many, many languages all around the country. This is the same as Cameroon, right?
Yes.
So you have a first language that might be very local, and then English or French would be your second language. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
The main language is the one that you speak at home. Then it's the maternal language that you speak at home, the mothers, the grandmother teaching you. But at school, when you're in the French part, you have the French curriculum, then you speak French.
Yeah.
And when you're in English part, you have this English curriculum.
And were you in the French part or the
Yes.
English part?
French part.
The French part. So
Yeah.
English for you is your kind of third
Third
main language.
Yes.
But you also know some of the other local little languages.
Yes.
So you might have, how many languages do you speak? Maybe what, 6 or
Yeah, it could be a
7?
bit 6 to 7, yes. Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Then think about how that affects the brain to learn so many languages.
Yeah, I do speak
amazing.
French, English, Spanish, and most of my maternal tongues. Yeah.
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 And how many? What about your children?
They speak French and English.
Do they speak French?
Yeah.
And so at home, do you speak French?
Yeah, in Australia, here I speak mostly French to them for
Yeah.
them to keep that second
To
language.
keep that going.
Yeah.
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 I speak
And of
French.
course, they're at school.
Yeah, at school they have
English,
the
of course.
English every
Yeah.
95% they speak
Yeah, yeah,
English.
yeah, yeah.
Then I speak French at home to my children
Yeah.
to keep that second language.
Yeah.
And also I'm teaching them also my tongue.
Your tongue, your local.
My local language, that they can also even say good morning to their grandparents.
Ah.
Yes.
Are their grandparents here?
No.
They're in Cameroon.
Yes.
Still there.
All my family, I think most of my family are in Cameroon. Then the other, we are all a little bit dispatched all over
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have family in Cameroon, in Europe, in America, and yes, some even in Asia. But
And then, so how big is the Cameroon community in Melbourne? Do you all get together?
most of the time we try to get together, especially when there's good times like communions, christening. We try to get together, or birth, because everybody's working at the moment.
Yeah.
Or our national day, when we are celebrating our national day, then we try to bring everybody, to try to invite a lot of people to come to the national day that we can celebrate together.
And this is where
you have to.
And so would everyone kind of make some of this and then bring it? Or you come together and cook together?
We come together and cook together. Or what we can do is spread the food, the dish, that, okay, this type of dish, you are more specialized on this one. Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? That all women, Cameroonian women, we are together, we share the workload. And that's how we work together. Then we share the workload. I cook in my house, or I will cook in their house, but we go to bring all the meal together to the venue, and then we share with the men and children and also our friends from different backgrounds.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's how we do. I will have to check again.
Okay, yeah, you check.
Okay, now it's going.
You check, and maybe.
Then
I'm just going to talk about this, maybe.
Okay.
So, Nathalie and her friends, they've made a cookbook. And this is African cuisine, and it's by the African Sisterhood. And these are all African dishes, traditional African dishes, right,
Yeah,
Nathalie?
of course, yes.
And all different sweets and savouries and pastries and bakes and stews and rice, and they're all different traditional African dishes. And here's some of the sisterhood here that you can see. And just talk about the sisterhood. Here you can buy this. I'm going to tell you the where you can get this. www.africansisterhood.org.au. Yeah? The African Sisterhood. Just look up African Sisterhood and I reckon you'll find it, huh?
Yeah. Now, what we move on, I will start frying the plantain.
Okay.
Yeah, what I will do, I'm waiting for the pour, then I will pour the water. At the same time, I'm waiting for, you see, I want that to be more heavier.
thick, more thick.
more thick.
So you're kind of boiling it off.
Boiling it off, yeah.
Yeah.
And that will be soon finished.
Okay.
Okay. While it's boiling, what I will do, for us to make that is equal between the veggies and the peanut, what we do, we have a technique that we remove part of the peanut out of the pot, and then we put the veggies. As soon as it's full, we see if it's equal. If it's not equal, then we add more.
So you want equal meat and vegetables?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Nathalie's going to take out some of the peanut.
Yeah. Some of the sauce.
Some of the peanut sauce.
Yeah.
And add some vegetables.
Yeah. And now add the ndole. That we have equal.
Okay.
It's on it. Now, this is the ndole. Did you try it?
No.
Can I only try this one? And I will keep someone here for you.
All right, so this
are the dry ones.
It's called bitter leaves.
Bitter leaves.
And you buy this, bitter leaves, and you buy it dry. And they have a taste. And what Nathalie's done here is just some water. Yeah. And what it looks like now is like kind of blended spinach.
Yeah.
And you can actually use spinach if you can't find the bitter leaves. Yep. So bitter leaves is a bit of a hint of what this is going to taste like. I've never tasted it before. So here we are. Oh, and I'm expecting something. Yeah, okay. It's dry, it's not, there is the bitter. There it is. Comes in after. But it's not, obviously it's not unpleasant, you're going to cook with it. But it's like a dried herb, right?
Yeah, okay. What's going on with this one? The bitter leaf that you just tested.
Yeah.
The dry one is that they cut that in the tree and they cut it in small, and then they wash it. When they wash it, they dry it, and then my parents, my family sent that to me. We don't have that here.
You can't get it?
As they started, some African shops started getting that.
Yes.
But you have to wash that really well.
All right,
really
so you might be lucky. Have a search around. If
Yeah.
you've got an African grocer,
Yeah.
you ask. But that's why I say that if you're probably not going to find this. It's not readily available. So spinach.
That's why
It
I
will
say
work
we can.
just as well. Huh?
Yeah, you have to change that to spinach.
Yep.
And now you see, as I remove this part, the spinach, the ndole is enough with the peanut. Then I cannot add any more. That helps me to measure completely what is good, what is wrong, what is. Then this part I want to keep it for the next sauce, for the next kitchen.
For the next one.
Yeah.
You put it in the freezer.
Yeah, I'll put that in the freezer.
So. That makes sense. You're going to take out some of the peanut sauce. You're adding what will probably be the spinach or the bitter leaves.
Yeah.
You want a really good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can freeze that blended peanuts that you took out.
Okay, I used to cook. You can taste that. There's no salt. Then I need to add salt.
You need to add salt.
Yes.
More salt.
Yeah, because there is no salt at the moment. You can taste it if you want.
I'm just going to have a little taste. All right,
This
and
oil
just
that
while my little teaspoon. So that's a hot fry pan up the back.
Yeah.
And you're actually going to shallow fry this.
Yes.
Yes, so there's
Yeah.
a little bit of... Yeah.
Now, you see, I have to add more salt.
I do. Yeah.
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 That's why instead of asking, I'll add a little bit of salt, but I'll put more.
What have you got there?
The stock.
Some more stock.
That helps.
And it's just to make it a bit more depth of flavour.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, so the bitter leaf, it does have a strong taste.
Yes.
It's covered the taste of the peanuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
for realizing that. Just cover.
Yeah. And so.
Then, as you can see,
Yeah.
this is nearly finished.
And what is it that you can see? What is it that tells you that it's nearly finished? Is it about the meat?
No, it's not about the meat. I know that the meat is already cooked, but this is about how heavy it is. You know, the moisture content that you can see that is finished now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's not popping up easily.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I put you see how I put the fire is really down.
Yeah.
Slow cook.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that to burn.
Yeah.
And I let that cook slowly.
Yeah.
That I'm putting it on slow.
Yeah, so that's once the moisture content gets down, you turn the heat down.
Yeah. I put that on slow cook mode.
Yeah. And
I'll add a little bit of salt because there were not enough salt.
Nathalie's just added a little bit of salt. But you taste it, and you know what works for you is going to work for you, right? How you going? You following this? It's quite a lot, huh?
Yes. Now, what I will do while I'm waiting to do this, and my plantain is ready.
So you've got the plantain that you boiled.
It's
you
ready.
Think it's now ready.
Yeah, but I will first of all. What I will do, I will cut my onion. I'll cut my onion again. This will go.
All right. So you're going to cut an onion?
Yep.
This is one of my fascinations, cutting onions. Because everyone cuts onions differently. And I'm always intrigued about the different ways. How do you cut your onions? So we're going to see how Nathalie cuts her onions. Huh?
Yes.
So quite a lot of 2 plantains, the boiled and fried. The cassava, have I said that right? I have, haven't I?
Yeah, cassava.
Now the cassava, which is ready to go.
Yeah. And
so are you going to cook onions with the fried?
I'll go to cook
plantain?
onion with the prawns.
Okay. Yep. Still got prawns.
Yep. The
Beautiful.
plantain, I will start putting it there. Ready?
So in Cameroon, this has beef, right?
Yes.
But as you say, you could use chicken.
Yeah.
Also.
You can use
But
dry
actually-
fish, or you can even use all together. We have a lot of meat. We have beef. What we eat more in Cameroon, instead of compared to Melbourne, here in Melbourne, people eat a lot of lambs.
Lamb, yeah.
While in Cameroon, we eat more beef. Yep.
Yeah.
We eat more beef than lamb.
But also down on the coast, you must eat a lot of fish.
A lot of fish.
Seafood.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
We eat a lot of fish, a lot of lamb, beef,
Yeah.
and then the chicken, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. And we also have meat from the bush, but that now is, all of the meat are now protected. Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult to have the, a lot of meat.
Like what? Like snake or what are you
Yeah,
talking?
everyone eats a snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some tribes eat snakes without any problem.
Yeah.
Some don't. It depends on who don't want to eat. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Then we have lions.
This is a traditional, this is a forest.
Yeah, it's a forest country. Yeah,
forest. And forest
yes.
animals.
Animals, and we have lions. We have a panther. We have all those. We have elephant, we have giraffe, we have... Then Cameroon, the other nickname of Cameroon, they say Africa in miniature.
I read that, the African miniature. Miniature, like a miniature Africa.
A miniature Africa, that is only turn around.
Yeah.
If you see the map of Cameroon, if you turn around, it's Africa. But you want the desert, you have the desert in Cameroon. You want the forest, you have the forest in Cameroon. You want the savannah, you have savannah in Cameroon. You want the beaches, you have the beaches in Cameroon. You have the beaches in Kribi, in Limbe, in Boya, in Douala. Then you have lake, you have, what do you call it? And we have all type of dish, And as we know, we have that heritage of French cuisine that we also mix in with our cuisine.
The French cuisine.
Yeah, the French cuisine.
Yeah.
Then we also mix that with our cuisine.
Yeah.
Then it's part of our life that we cook most of the dish that French people can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, but we also have our own dish that is more better than.
And now I'm interested. Now I'm interested to visit Cameroon.
Well, you are welcome in Cameroon.
Okay, so Cameroon has miniature Africa. Everything that's in Africa, just about, you can find in Cameroon.
Yes, you want the gold, you have the gold. You want the petrol, we have the petrol. You want people, we have people. Yeah, you want the diamond, we have diamond. We want the bauxite, we have bauxite. We want uranium, they say that they are, but I don't know. But that's why I'm not part of mine. Then all the mining thing, we still have that in Africa. And we have Muslim, we have Christian. And all the ceremony of Muslim is a public holiday in Cameroon. And all the ceremony of Christian is a public holiday also in Cameroon. Then I never have that difficulty to fit in.
Yeah.
Like this is Muslim, we don't have that.
Yeah.
And when it's like Eid, they're sharing the food with us, with Christian people. Then we don't have that distinction, I don't know. The first time I have it is when I went out of my country. That I knew that there's a difference between Muslim and Christian. For us, the only difference was they are first Cameroonian before being Muslim. Then I never had it. But when I went out from my country, that's where I started finding, there's difference between these people. Yeah, but anyway.
And yes, yeah.
We are happy to live together without having any issue at all with our friends and family. And we are married to both type of religion. Then women are getting married everywhere. They don't care if you are Muslim or Christian. Yes, some people can be asking you to change. If you are a Christian, they ask you as a woman to change in Muslim. Or men from Muslim, a Christian to change to Muslim, they can do that, yes, but we don't really have that big distinction between religions. Then this is how I do. That's a plantain boiling one.
Yeah. So you've boiled them. You did put a bit of cold water?
Yes, to be capable to hold it because they're really hot.
Yeah. So it's not just straight out of the pot, hot into the hand. No. There's a little bit of like running it under the cold water to cool it down.
Yeah.
Now this is another dish like this?
Yes.
Will just be...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Peeling. Yeah. Just scrape that.
Yeah.
Yep. Pith. Cut any little brown bits off.
Yeah.
They really do behave like a banana.
Yeah.
And this grows in Cameroon, right?
Of course, grows a lot in Cameroon.
Yep.
Yep. grows a lot in Cameroon. It's one of our best cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you boil this, the skin split.
Yes. The skin split.
Very easy.
And it's easy to
Yeah.
to remove and not even to hurt yourself.
Yep.
Because if I was at home, I would leave that rest a little bit more. But here, I have to make sure that I'll show you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
When I'm in my house or when I'm having parties, this is what I'm doing.
And so, traditionally, when you cook up this meal,
Yeah.
would you all come together to cook? Or one person cook it all? Or do you come together and you help each other?
We help each other. We
Yeah.
help each other. As now I have nieces and even granddaughter, even though I'm still young. Yes. Coming for a big family, then you have to wait, you have to expect to be like that. Yeah, and then you can have a lot of people coming to help.
Yeah.
Especially when there is parties, a lot of people come and
Would come and work together.
work together.
Yeah.
We work together. We always work together
Yeah.
to help each other.
So this is actually unusual, you just by yourself here cooking.
Yes, yes.
Usually the
Yes.
family would be...
Yeah, I will be there,
Around.
plus doing this, and the other one will be cutting the onions.
Yeah.
The other one will be cutting the other one will be frying.
Yep.
I need to clean up.
And
Fry.
your
Yep, I'm listening.
and your children,
Yeah.
would they also
Yes, of course.
they help you cook this?
They have to. They have to help me, especially the girls, because I have to pass on the knowledge to the girls.
How important is that for you to pass on these traditions to your children?
Oh, it's so important because I want my children not to forget where they come from. Yeah, they arrive here, they were so young that they have to learn it to keep the tradition, to know where they come from, to not to forget about their culture. This is why I'm doing this. I'm always teach to everyone or all the children around that this is our culture, and especially my children, for them to continue my job, my work, everything. Yeah, that's what they have to do. Okay, this will be ready soon, and this is nearly ready. I'm only waiting now for the prawns. After the prawns, we will serve, and everybody will be capable to
All
taste.
right, so we're nearly there.
Nearly there.
Heating the fry pan for the onions,
Yes.
and then the prawns. The all-important taste.
Yeah.
Test.
Taste is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really important.
Any more salt? No.
I'll be happy to put more salt, but I don't want you guys to see other people who will be eating salt, they will put themselves the salt. What I will add a little bit is, I think we'll add more pepper.
A little bit more pepper.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll add more pepper to have a little bit, to add the taste only.
Have your children been back to Cameroon?
Oh, unfortunately, no. No, they haven't. Not yet. We are preparing to have a trip in Cameroon soon.
And so, what about your parents or your husband's parents? Have they come to visit here?
My mom came to visit here, but my in-laws, my mother-in-law passed away when we were planning to bring her here for a visit. She passed away.
Yeah.
Then my father-in-law, he can't travel at the moment. He's deaf, blind, sorry, and then he can see.
It gets hard. They get old.
It gets hard
We
when
get
he gets
old.
old. Yeah,
Right?
Yeah. He's blind at the moment. Then we try to now to avoid that path.
Yeah.
And I can have it.
Oh, that looks great. one of the things I cook at my house is pancakes with banana. And I've just learned, always learning in the kitchen, I've just learned to cook the banana, fry it in butter.
Yep.
And this is what this reminds me of.
Yep.
But banana, so the plantain holds together.
Yes.
Like the banana falls apart very fast.
Now they're all together.
Yeah, but the plantain,
Yep.
much more like potato.
Yep.
All right, that's the oil in the fry
In
pan
the fry pan.
for the last things here, which is...
Okay. Can I have another dish now? Another plate, please? This will be for the plantain.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to make sure I bring a toilet tissue to remove the oil. Oh, there is.
There is, yeah.
Can I have another plate now?
Another plate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you put that
With
there?
this on?
Yep. Let's take the... That's good one. Thank you.
That makes sense, hey? We can soak the oil, get the oil out. Okay, I'll leave that there. I'm looking forward to tasting this. Now I can kind of smell the banana.
Yes.
The banana smell, the plantain. And you've turned the heat off.
Yeah. I will only move.
Yep. I can take that for you.
I want to swap for this to heat quicker. Then this is what we do. We'll show you how we classify this one. To put that together.
Beautiful, simple presentation.
Simple presentation.
Yeah.
And then you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
And everybody can take a piece.
Yep, beautiful.
And that's it. That will be done.
Ndole.
Now
This is called Ndole, right?
This is Ndole.
And then this is what you have with
Ndole.
Ndole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I have. This the one who has to you eat with Ndole.
Yeah.
That could be this plantain. That could be this one. That could be this one.
Yeah.
And
All right, we're nearly there. Onions, hot oil,
and prawns.
and the prawns straight in as well. The salt.
Yeah. Want me to speak in French? Give me le mal au sel.
All right. Of course, you cook with salt.
Yeah, a bit of salt here.
All right, this is pretty fast cooked.
Yep.
Prawns don't take too long, right,
No.
Nathalie? No.
No.
And
Okay, I'll let that cook a little bit.
that
What I will do
looks
is that
great.
I'll put now here,
Yes.
and then I decorate, and then you'll see what is Ndole.
All right, here we go. The Ndole is coming out of the pot. How are you going with all of this? Don't forget, you can just hit the pause button if you need to, right? Come back to this. Looks great. Smells great. And so how many times of a year would you be cooking this? A lot?
Back home a lot, but here I don't cook a lot.
Ah,
I need to make my children be starving about it, and then I can cook for them. They need to ask me, Mama, can we have a little bit of ndole? Then I'll cook. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this will be the ndole.
That looks incredible. That was unexpected. I thought this was going to be a little side dish, but this looks great. This is
Ndole.
Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. One more lucky last. It's the bobolo.
Yes.
The bobolo. Yes, another plate for you. So this is the fermented cassava.
Cassava. Then
And just to make warm, right?
Yes.
You're not cooking this so much. Just
They already cooked.
Now
I'm only warming.
Yeah.
They cook already with my bag. They cooked because when you do that, when you clean out, you cook that in this foil. You cook that properly, really boiling in the water.
Yeah.
And that can be eaten by anyone. Then the problem with this is that for people who are not used to it, the smell is a little bit stronger. You have a strong smell.
Yeah,
but
I can smell it.
Yeah. Then in Congo, they call that chikwang. The Congolese people, Republic of Congo, they call that chikwang.
Chikwang.
Yeah.
We've done it, right?
Yes. That's it. The dish is finished. Now you can have the ndole that you can have with, you can eat with boiling plantain. You can eat with cassava. You can eat with chikwang or bobolo. You can eat with fried plantain. You can also eat with chips or even fried potato.
Yeah.
Even boiled potato.
Yeah.
Sweet potato.
Yes, sweet potato.
Yes, sweet potato and fried, and if you want to do that, you can do that. You can also eat with rice. You can also eat that with semolina. That's why we have that diversity.
Yes.
That if you don't have enough money to buy plantain, you have semolina, which is more affordable. You only turn your semolina and eat with this dish.
Nathalie, thank you so much.
Thank you
for being with us today, and sharing this fantastic traditional Cameroon feast with us. How did you go at home cooking up this feast? We hope you've enjoyed us here, joining us here today in Culture in the Kitchen. Okay, this has got to be the favourite bit. We're going to have a taste.
That's fried plantain.
You have no idea. My mouth is watering.
And then a bit of cassava.
And I think we're going to taste this.
You can taste this, everything. And then
this.
Have a knife. And you need this fork.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Nathalie, for joining us here in the kitchen today. And thank you for joining us here in Culture in the Kitchen, exploring the cultural heritage of the city of Whittlesea. And hopefully we'll see you next time. My name's David, and I'm going to have a little taste of this.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you, Nathalie. Beautiful.